Are carrots healthy? There are 6 concerns that people have about carrots. We're going to discuss them all, and at the end of the video, I'll give you my personal opinion of whether I think carrots are as bad as people say they are, like Sean Baker, Eric Berg, all these people that are dissing carrots. Number 1, carrots are a root vegetable, and root vegetables are the root of all evil. The reason why root vegetables are considered bad is because they have oxalates in them. So the concern is that if you have kidney stones, you're not supposed to eat root vegetables such as beets, carrots, things of that nature. There seems to be this hatred towards anything that is a root, and we tend to villainize those classifications of foods. And carrots are that. So they're root vegetables, and thus they are bad for you. Number 2, they have sugar in them. It is true that carrots do have carbohydrates, and the concern is this type of logic. Sugar is bad for you. Sugar causes an insulin spike, which is bad for you. Insulin spikes tend to increase our ability to store fat. Storing fat makes us unhealthy. Carrots have sugar. Thus, carrots stimulate an insulin spike, which stimulate us to get fat, which is unhealthy. This is the type of logic that people use to explain that you may as well just eat table sugar as opposed to carrots. So therefore, carrots are bad. They have carbs, and of course, carbs are, this is number 3, carbs are bad. So if you're trying to follow a keto diet and you're trying to limit your intake of carbohydrates to 20 grams of carbohydrates per day, then carrots are considered the root of all evil, like I said, because they simply have carbohydrates. Number 4, they have a high glycemic index. I don't hear a lot about this anymore. People don't seem to talk about this. This was more of a early 2000 type of philosophy that don't eat any high glycemic index, and they would come up with these charts of how fast a person absorbed the carbohydrate from the food, and carrots are up there. And thus the thinking back then was not keto, it wasn't carnivore, it wasn't anything like that. It was just stay away from high glycemic index foods. And carrots are high glycemic index, therefore they're bad. Number 5, and I get this all the time in my comments, down in the comment area, I'll put a food on my channel and people will just type in not keto, as if people are being paid to just make sure everybody knows that blueberries are not keto, or apples are not keto, or carrots are not keto. We understand it's not keto, you don't need to tell us, but that's a big complaint, that if anything's not keto, as long as it's not bacon or high-fat steak, then it's not keto, and thus you shouldn't eat it. The 6th concern is pesticides. Well, that has pesticides, and root vegetables tend to absorb pesticides that are in the soil. That's a complaint, and thus, since it has pesticides, it's bad for you. So those are 6 reasons why carrots are bad for you. Now, let me give you my opinion, and this is going to be very controversial, and if you differ in opinion, then I don't think you'll hesitate to let me know in the comments. That's okay. I'll read your comments. It's fun, and if you're polite, I will respond. If you're nasty to me, then I will just delete your comment or just not read it. No one's getting fat off carrots, guys. Go to the mall anywhere in America and look around, and 60% of those people are not just a wee bit overweight, they're significantly overweight. And there's no medical term for significant, but we can say clinically obese, morbidly obese, and classify it as that. I'm going to guarantee you one thing. If you were to interview everyone who's morbidly obese or clinically obese, they're not getting that way by eating too many carrots. It just doesn't happen. The second thing is, if you start to forget about weight loss, forget about joining a tribe like keto or carnivore or anything like that, and start looking at YouTube videos of people that are healthy, performance athletes, things of that type of style of YouTube video, you'll find that healthy people eat carrots, unhealthy people are on a diet. That's just the way the world works. It's always been like that. If you're metabolically healthy, you're gonna have no trouble eating carrots, and you're not gonna get fat off eating carrots. Now, if you're diabetic and you're insulin resistant, then that's different. You see, you're not metabolically healthy, and thus you're gonna have to modify your diet to make sure that you're not eating too many sugars, because your body doesn't respond normally to carrots. Just as a metabolically healthy person can eat an apple, a blueberry, any type of other berry. They can even eat potatoes, and their body does not go into a catastrophic decay as a metabolically unhealthy person does. So carrots are healthy if you're metabolically healthy, but it doesn't seem like anything's healthy these days if you're metabolically unhealthy, which, if you want to treat the cause of the problem, your job is to become a metabolically healthy person. And on my channel, I'm going to show you how to do that. I spell it out very easily. So just watch my videos. If you like these topics, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I do have a Patreon account, and if you have any personal questions in regard to your overall health, we do Zoom consultations and phone consultations. There is a fee for it, so don't call and expect it to be free. All the information is linked in the description down below. You can get all that information on my channel here on YouTube.